The Royal Commission investigating abuse in care has heard a former gang member lost the ability to love because of the time he spent as a child of the state. The inquiry into abuse in state and faith-based care has entered the second week of its hearing in Auckland, where abuse survivors, their advocates and researchers are giving evidence. People at the hearing openly cried as former King Cobra gang member Whaafete Taiko spoke about his experiences in care and the impact it has had on his later life. Our reporter Katie Scotcher has been covering the hearing and filed this report.
To establish a better life for their family, Whaafete Taiko's parents moved to New Zealand from Samoa in the 1950s. Mr Taiko was born a few years later and grew up in the Auckland suburb of Grey Lynn. He remembers church being a major part of his upbringing, but so was violence at the hands of his father.
I used to get disciplined quite a bit. Yeah, so went off for a few years, and as you get older, you get naughty, I guess, and hidings get worse. And so by the time I got to about 12, 13, I knew what was coming, so I'd start running away from home and just running away and staying away. And I guess that's where I came into contact with social welfare.
Whaafete Taiko told the social welfare officers he was being abused by his father and didn't want to return home, but they didn't believe him. He continued to run away until he was placed in a foster home. But his time there didn't last long. After getting in trouble with the police, he was taken to a Wairaka boys' home in Auckland.
I kept telling the housemaster I wanted to go back to my mother's. He says, "Nah, shut up, you're a f***ing ward of the state now, you're coming back with us to Wairaka boys' home." And I was like, oh, what? What's that? I didn't even know where that was.
Mr Taiko told the inquiry there was a lot of physical violence at the home, and its staff, who were Pākehā, were racist. After more time at a Wairaka and further interaction with the police, Mr Taiko was placed at a halfway home. He was surrounded by gang members who he said intrigued him, but it wasn't until an extremely violent stint at the Borstal in Waikeria that he became a fully patched King Cobra at 16 years old.
Yeah, I was well and truly immersed in that life. And to be fair, it was the only life I know.
And he was immersed in that world for decades, collecting convictions and drug addictions along the way. But in 2009, after serving a sentence for methamphetamine-related charges, he realised something had to change. Whaafete Taiko told the inquiry that with the help of his partner, he stopped taking meth and has since earned a degree in sociology and Māori. In the years since, he said the effect of his interactions with the welfare and justice systems have become clear.
Over the years I was in that world, I realised, I lost the ability to love, the emotion to be connected to. Yeah, and for me was, a lot of the kids in that world, don't know how to love. They don't know what it means to be loved. They don't know how to love back.
Mr Taiko said he fears Pacific voices will be lost in this Royal Commission.
The reason why our people won't come to these sort of hearings like this, because it's the mana of our parents at stake here. That's the whakamā, that's the shame associated with this. And I even feel bad about having to talk about my parents like that. But, I'm hoping, our voices will get heard amongst all this and that you will do justice to our stories.
He said people in the Pacific respect the New Zealand government and that could stop some survivors from sharing their stories. As Whaafete Taiko finished giving his evidence, he received a standing ovation from people sitting in the public gallery. The hearing will resume in Auckland for its 6th day this morning. I tamaki makaurau mō te hōtaka o te ata nei, ko Katie Scotcher ahau.